what's up, YouTube?
Hey.
G&J Transport here. So what we're going to talk about now is our trip that we are calling One Thing After Another.
Go get you something to drink. It's going to be a little bit. So we took off out of North Carolina on Saturday to pick up a 41-foot park model sheet of plywood going to Spokane Valley, Washington.
Yeah.
And okay, sooner or later you're going to have to pull a park model. So I didn't have a problem with it. So we get up there Sunday and it's raining, but we got everything hooked up and got out of the yard, took off. We were on, I think that's 2 or 20 coming out of LaPorte.
Right.
And we were just getting on I-94 and the old truck, Olga, went into reduced power.
Yeah, wasn't good. So we turned around. There was a truck stop a little way, a couple miles back. We went back there, tried to figure out, what happened. No codes or anything. So we decided we're going to take off again. Truck ran fine till we got on 94. We were almost to Chesterton, and it did it again. So we turned around. I called breakdown, told them that the truck wasn't going to be able to do it because I would have it floored and the truck would get to maybe 40 miles an hour. Yeah.
And you guys know how I-94 can be if you're doing 40 miles an hour. So it took us 3 hours to get 70 miles back to the yard. I unhooked it, got it back to the yard, unhooked it, and we were going to drive around a little bit. I just wanted to see if it would still do it.
Yeah, she was fine.
It was fine. Never did it. But the check engine light was still on.
Mm-hmm.
So we went back up and we got a hotel in Mishawaka. And
Quality Inn.
Quality Inn. I don't know if you, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We've already gone online, given them very negative reviews. We were not happy with that location. Definitely don't recommend going there.
So
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how deep you want to get into that one, but the sheet had a cigarette burn in it. The shower had.
Go ahead, say it.
Pubes.
It's like, oh. But it was clean when you walked into the hotel.
Yeah.
They just did not clean the rooms good at all. Not for what you're paying for.
Breakfast was waffles and cereal.
That was it.
That was it. That's all you had.
But it was complimentary, so okay.
Yeah. But the waffles tasted a little iffy, and the batter was real watery. So
yeah.
I give that up, and I said, I'll just have a bowl of Frosted Flakes. Well, the milk tasted spoiled to me. So at this point, I'm thinking, oh crap, I got the Rona. No Rona. So I went and had a little thing of yogurt, a little cup of yogurt, and that tasted fine. So I knew I didn't have the Rona.
Right.
I was good.
Yeah.
So we got all done with that. Well, then I had the whole parking lot. The truck is sitting in the middle of the parking lot, and some waterhead has got to park about that far away from the door.
Now why? Come on. Don't be like that. You got the whole parking lot.
So
leave an empty space in between.
Yeah. Okay, so we go to the dealer in Mishawaka, and I walk in, and the guy says, "Can I help you?" And I said, "I got 2022 Ram, 2500 Cummins. I pulled a trailer yesterday, and it went into reduced power. Didn't miss a beat. He said, well, let me take your information, and we'll make an appointment. We'll get you in a couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
I got time for that.
Or you can leave it here, and I'll try to work it in, but it's still going to be probably 2 weeks, and anything for a diesel is going to be back ordered. I said, well, that's not going to work. I said, you can't even just hook up the reader to tell me what the code is? No.
No customer service.
No,
at
he
all.
did not
Nothing.
want to help
Nothing.
me at all.
No.
So, my lovely wife found, remember this,
Yes.
Burnsworth and Zoller in Napanee.
Yes.
They are on State Road 19. They cater to RV transporters, okay? I pulled in there, and the service rider, which I apologize, I did not get his name, but he was very helpful. He says, I don't know if I can get anybody on it today, but let me take a look at it. He grabbed his reader, came around, and it was wireless, so it came right up on his computer.
Yeah.
And he says, okay, I'll be right back. He went and got his, one of the diesel mechanics,
Yeah.
Doug.
Yeah.
Doug is top notch.
Yeah.
He is, I think he's a very honest mechanic. He's not going to oversell you. He came out and told me what the problem was, and it was a regeneration problem that possibly could have got into maybe some bad fuel, because I had a low pressure alarm as well. So we changed the fuel filter. He reprogrammed I think it was a PCM, and I had him change the air filter. When I changed the air filter, I bought the STP Ultra, gonna trap out as much dust and dirt as you can get. Well, come to find out, and he told me, don't buy those. It chokes the engine of air.
Yeah.
It makes complete sense.
Right.
So, all that said and done, we were there maybe 3 hours, 3.5 hours. They were so nice. They brought Louie treats.
Yeah. Two different people.
Two different people. Yeah. Yeah.
The girl in the front. I
Yep.
didn't get her name. Very friendly. They
Yep.
had nice snacks in the waiting
They
room.
had good snacks.
Complimentary.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely was a very good experience.
Yeah. So I highly recommend. I
Say
don't.
the name again.
Burnsworth and Zoller.
Napanee.
And the truck's running just like it did when it was new.
Yeah.
So, okay, so the truck's back running.
Right.
I called my dispatcher, and I said, okay, the truck's ready to go. The Washington load was gone. I said, if you got anything else, I'll take it.
Right.
So,
West Virginia.
yep. So, she said, I got one that'll be coming in, going to West Virginia.
Right.
I'll take it. And because it was going to be a good trial run.
Right. Right. Make sure she's running right.
Yep.
No issues.
So we are sitting at the Love's truck stop there in Goshen. And all of a sudden, Jenny says, Greg, look at Louie. Louie is having a seizure.
Yes, our sweet boy.
So he's never had
So
one
scary.
before. It lasted 25 to 30 seconds.
Right.
It was just kind of some loss of balance. You could tell his eyes weren't right.
Yeah, it's not like he was shaking really bad,
it
like a
wasn't
real
violently,
seizure,
yeah.
but could definitely tell something was going on, and it was very scary.
So he made it okay through that, and now we're still waiting at the Love's for paperwork.
Right.
Okay, because the trailer's not been delivered yet.
Right.
So,
What's
so
that?
we're, there is a paper cup on the ground that we just ran over. So we're sitting there, and I went to put some more food in Louie's dish.
Yes.
And I looked in his little food container, and I said, well, there's a worm in here.
Yeah.
It was maybe a ½ inch long. Now we feed Louie Purina Beneful, okay? And it was a brand new bag that Jenny had just opened up before we left.
No, I did not see any worms in this food. The only thing I noticed is that some of the kernels were clumped together. So I just broke them up. I didn't see anything in there. We didn't think anything of it.
So, and we had got this from Chewy.
Yes, it was delivered.
So I got looking more into this dog food, and there's like little cocoons in there. Well, come to find out, they're called pantry moths.
Yes.
I'd never heard of them. I've never seen them before.
Right.
They're not known to carry any disease or anything like that. But
he basically got food poisoning.
basically got food poisoning
From his
because
dog food.
we got because we went to Walmart there in Goshen and got him some different dog food. We got him some pedigree.
And he was fine after the seizure.
He was fine.
We were watching him. Go ahead.
So we get our paperwork, we get hooked up, we start heading to West Virginia. We make it to Huntington, West Virginia. We make it to Bidwell, Ohio. 3 o'clock in the morning, we are awakened to Louie power puking in the back here.
Yeah.
All over his bed, all over our bed.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad. So obviously sleeping was done, so we stripped the bed, put everything back in the toolbox in the back, and tried to keep him as calm as possible. We were 50 miles from delivery, so we made our delivery, and we're shooting home to North Carolina to take him to our vet.
Right.
Well then we stop in Beckley, West Virginia.
Right. Great.
For a bathroom break. And I'm walking Louie and everything seems fine. He's sniffing around. And we get back on the road, maybe 20 minutes later, Jenny says, Greg, you gotta pull over. There's a problem.
Yeah.
Louie's snout, it's all swollen up.
Like really
swollen up.
And his breathing seemed kind of laborish to me. So of course I go into panic mode. We're on the phone with our vet, and they say yes, take him to emergency clinic. Don't mess around with it. So we get a hold of Veterinary Associates in Beckley, West Virginia. Great group of professional individuals. They got us in.
Didn't gouge us.
Yeah, they didn't gouge us.
They did not gouge us either.
Yeah.
So for them to look at him, he got 2 shots. He got an anti-nausea and some Benadryl.
Mm-hmm.
And just, to look him over, it was, I think, $120, $123 or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad at all.
I felt so much better after we left there because Louie seemed better. And
He seemed a little bit high.
well,
I think
yeah, he had Benadryl.
He sat on the bed. Sorry, we're going down 35. If anybody been down US 35 coming into West Virginia,
Got it.
it's like a roller coaster. And plus, I got a 33-footer behind me.
Right.
But so he sat on the bed behind me, just sat up, just looking out the window, like, wow.
He was watching the trees go by. I don't know what he was thinking, but it was funny. But he's obviously feeling better.
Yeah,
We're all
better.
a little bit more calm.
Yeah, he's better.
Well,
But
don't care.
that trip, I was glad that trip was over.
Oh.
There was a reason that we did not get to take that trip to Washington. And it was funny, when I was leaving the yard, there was a guy that he had the same style truck as mine,
Mm-hmm.
white Ram 2500, and he was hooking up to a park model as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry I did not get his name. The one time I didn't get somebody's name.
Right.
I asked him where he was going. He said, Trenton, Ohio.
Right.
Okay.
We've delivered there.
We've delivered there.
Mhm.
And he said, where are you going? And I said, Spokane Valley. And he just looked so dejected because he said, that's 6 miles from my house. I've been trying to get a load back home because I got a new truck coming in. I want to get it switched over.
Yeah, we felt bad.
I felt so bad. So when because he said, well, when did you get it? And I said, well, I got it, Friday morning. And he said, I said, I didn't ask, until like Friday afternoon.
Right.
So when I talked to my dispatcher on Monday, because he was leaving Sunday as well for Trenton, Ohio, I said, there's another driver, and I told her, he took a park model to Trenton, Ohio, but he lives around Spokane Valley, Washington. I said, if you can get a hold of him, and I told my dispatcher who his dispatcher was, I said, maybe you can get a hold of him and he can take that out there because he needs a trip back out west.
Back home.
Yeah, back home. So hopefully he got that trip. I really hope he did. I'm sorry I didn't get his name.
Yeah. But we really hope you got that.
We hope you got that.
You were able to get back home.
Because I did. Me being me, I felt bad taking that trip.
But there was a reason everything happened. You never know, but it worked out.
Yeah, and then what else was it? I think that was about it for the trip. It was enough.
It was enough.
And bless our neighbor. We told the neighbor what happened, and she had, because she has small children, so she knew the best way to get puke out of a blanket.
Yes, thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Jennifer. We don't know what we'd do without you guys.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was the trip that I hope we don't have too many of.
Right, it was enough.
Yeah.
It was enough. But turned out good. We have a happy ending on that. Olga is running like a champ again.
Yep.
Louie's back here. He's feeling good.
Sleeping like a champ.
And we're on our next trip.
Yep.
And
so we're going to we're dropping this off in North Carolina and we'll go back home and get a game plan. Figure out what's going on,
but we definitely wanted to give the shout out to the new Ram dealer that we discovered in Napanee.
Burnsworth and Zoller.
Yes.
Doug.
Mechanic.
Man,
yes.
I can't praise him enough. He's
service writer. Sorry, we didn't get your name.
Yeah, everybody there.
The receptionist.
Yeah.
You do an awesome job as well. Thank
everybody
you, everyone there.
Was just super nice.
Yes.
They really were.
And the veterinary associates there in Bluefield, thank you so much for getting Louie feeling better and getting peace of mind for us. Appreciate you people out there.
Yeah, so there are good people, and like the service writer at Burnsworth said, we know if you guys aren't on the road, you're not making money.
Right.
So, he never even pulled the truck in the shop. It was sitting outside, and the mechanic was working on something else, like when this thing was going through the regen, which was over an hour, a forced regen, and he was doing other things. So
worked us right in. Thank you
so
much.
Yeah, thank you. I cannot thank you enough.
Appreciate you people.
And again, there was a reason we didn't take that trip. Now, I know we'll wind up taking another one sometime, but if we would have been if we would have taken that trip and Louie would have got sick, we would have been about middle of Montana, and we wouldn't be throwing blankets in the toolbox. We'd be throwing them out, buying new ones.
Or finding a laundromat.
Yeah, or finding a laundromat.
Too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that pilot or something. So
I don't know. It worked out.
It all worked out. So all right, sorry, still on 35. So all right, that's all I got.
Right.
We'll
so
see.
Hey, just one thing. We see that our subscriber numbers have gone up.
Sit down for this one. 152 subscribers.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I don't know 152 people.
You do.
Oh, maybe I
but
do.
Still.
So thank you. Yeah.
Right. So if you like the video, as always, click the like, thumbs up.
Yep. Appreciate it. Comment below
Yeah.
if you've ever had one of the trips from hell. You know, just
This is one thing after another.
yeah. I know there's another YouTuber. He has a video, kind of titled the same thing, Sea Farmer, and his was one thing after another.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but his was more like truck and trailer related, like
Oh.
flat tires and stuff like that. Where this was like, you know,
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
yeah, it was a buffet.
Okay, so sorry the video's so long. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thank you. All right.
All right, y'all
See you
take
on the
care.
next one. Okay. All right. Later.